What up, people? This is Fenrir Moon. Welcome to United Comic Universe. We are comics. You know, before I get in that, I don't know why I just started live, but it's still saying I started 11 minutes ago, which is kind of odd. But hey, we'll get past that. Okay, in Comic Talk today, we're going to be talking about Doctor Strange and more other things to do with comics because it's Comic Talk. But one thing that I want to discuss is it's an MCU theory. Somebody posted on Reddit said that Avengers Endgame was not the first future in which Thanos was defeated that Doctor Strange saw. I would like to get into this because I don't understand what that means. And I'm thinking that it doesn't make any sense because in Infinity War, that what Doctor Strange said that they only have one time, one future that they'll be able to actually defeat Thanos. My hoodie keep falling down, but hey, we won't keep on going like nothing happened, okay? So I'm gonna read you a little bit of this, or probably the whole thing, because then you let me know what you think about the situation. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay, during the movie Avengers Infinity War, Doctor Strange used the time stone to peer into the future as witness 14,605 different time battle simulation, who gonna win, different time reality, different time zone, they fighting Thanos and they lost with that one. Of that, well, I just added that in, but of this battle with Thanos, out of all of those, bam. Doctor Strange, bear with me now. Doctor Strange tell Tony Stark that their only success is one. As you know by now, the Avengers did defeat Thanos after pulling a time heist and creating a infinity gauntlet of their own. Okay. So it seemed that Doctor Strange was right and everything went according to his plan. In order to ensure they did indeed go down the one path to victory, right? Well, after watching all the movies again, I think we all have been fooled and have been fooled. Like we've been fooled at any game, not food like eat, food. Like, man, I just fool you. So at any game, okay. Hold on, what just happened here? Can y'all still hear me? I hope y'all can still hear me because the system is acting up right now. So I'm hoping that y'all can still hear me. Okay. So at any game was never part of Doctor Strange's plan. Okay, now that's interesting. Why wasn't never part of Doctor Strange's plan? I don't know, but we'll see what's going on. Okay. First, we need to discuss how the time stone works and how it is able to allow one to see into the future. In the comics, the time stone controls time completely and has infinity power to manipulate time as the wielder sees fit. In the MCU, things seems to be a bit different. The Ancient One in the Doctor Strange movie said she had been using the time stone to see the future for years, but could never see past the moment of her death. This is important because Doctor Strange does not survive the snap at the end of Infinity War. True that. He did not survive this snap at Infinity War. Why? Because that's part of the reality he's seen. Okay, so this begs the question: how could Doctor Strange see past his death and learn the outcome of the end game? I believe he couldn't, and in fact didn't. I believe Doctor Strange saw Thor behead Thanos during the final battle in Infinity War, and that was what he was working towards. That don't make any sense, but okay. I know that it is a big assumption to make, but there is some evidence for it. Okay, I like to get in this evidence, see what this person is talking about. Okay. First, Doctor Strange hand over the Time Stone to Thanos only after the assembled heroes attack Thanos. After assembled heroes attack Thanos. This makes little sense. If Doctor Strange's plan was to hand over the Time Stone so Thanos could do the snap and have the Avengers win during Endgame, it makes more sense that Doctor Strange was stalling for time so Thor could arrive while Thanos was still on the Earth and has not assembled the complete set of Infinity Stone. I should note that any heroes who potentially died during this fight would not have been able to return after Hulk snap in an Endgame. Doctor Strange allowing this fight was a huge risk in and of itself. That said, Doctor Strange only gave up the Time Stone at the moment he knew would lead to Thor being in place to come at Thanos and lop off his head. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. The second piece of evidence is that Doctor Strange not opening a portal and getting everyone off of Titan. Doctor Strange, if Endgame was indeed his plan, was taking a huge risk by doing nothing to help Stark survive the trip back to Earth. Even if you argue with that Tony and Nebula needed to spend the time together, Doctor Strange could have wrapped up an extra spaceship battery or food behind everyone back to ensure Stark survived. Other piece of evidence is Doctor Strange react to seeing people turning to ash. Doctor Strange turned to Stark and tell him, Tony, there was no other way. This isn't exactly reassuring that they are still on that one path to victory. Why not? Rather, it sounds like Doctor Strange called a Hail Mary pass and the receiver dropped the ball. If Endgame was the plan and they were still on the correct path, then Doctor Strange should have said, Tony, trust me, this is the only way. No, he didn't have to say that. He did not have to say that. Apparently, they already trusted. Okay. He didn't need to say that. I'm gonna finish reading. Then I'm gonna get into my little what you call it. It would have still left things vulgar, but left Tony with a glimmer of hope that somehow things will eventually work out. The last bite of evidence for the theory being true is that the fact that Thor not going for the head was a plot point in Endgame. Thor is grieving, and blaming himself for the snap, of course, because he had the opportunity to kill Thanos before he did the snap. Of course, he's gonna blame himself because he's a hero. But because he didn't go for the head and kill Thanos when he had the chance, wow, it is something we in the real world point to as dumb move by Thor. Yeah, it was a dumb move by Thor, but yeah, it's a movie. Come on, you got to make it more than 10. You got to make it drama. It would have been something completely in line with Thor's character. Having it been a plot point shines a light on what Doctor Strange saw and their moment of victory. What do you think? Was Endgame actually? No, okay. That's what the person said on Reddit. Now, I'm about to get up into this. The whole theory, what he's just talking about, for my understanding, is just straight stupid. The reason why it's stupid, because first of all, he went through all those realities. He saw all those different battles that they went through, and he lost against Thanos. And everybody know when you go back through time, you got to make sure that time stay intact, best of your ability. That is the reason why when they went back in time, that they say everything got to be exactly as it is. That's why when you see them go back in time, that's why they say never tell what's happening in the future, because you don't want to change anything. So yes, he most likely, yes, he saw Thor probably lopped off his head. But that's all the part of the plan, because you got to think about it. If that was Doctor Strange's plan, I don't think Doctor Strange want to have himself killed. It looked like Doctor Strange would have stepped in and said, I'm not going to have myself be snapped out the way. I'm going to do it this way. But if he knew if he would have changed the outcome of that reality by stepping in and making and like homeboy, like whoever said that, like they said, whip up a ship. That timeline, that wasn't part of the timeline for Doctor Strange to whip up the ship. Okay? If he'd have just whip up the the spaceship, like he's talking about in the theory, therefore that timeline would have been changed. Therefore, they wouldn't have actually won the timeline. They wouldn't actually win the battle. It had to go strictly by the battle of the vision that he saw while he was meditating, going through the different reality with the time gem. Because if you don't do that, they would never have won. Okay, that's what I'm saying. People need to understand these things before they just come out with these theories. Understand the time zone. They said it clearly. It said it clearly in the Infinity movies. I mean, the Avenger movie. They said it in the They got really deep into it in Endgame. Because that's the same thing. What happened when Don Che, War Machine, Rhodey was saying, "Why we just go back and the baby Thanos?" Okay, that would have been simple, but it didn't happen that way. Why? Because that wasn't part of the timeline. I mean, because good and well that War Machine could think of that. Doctor Strange could have thought of that. The reason why? Because Doctor Strange is a whole lot smarter and a whole lot better fighter and everything than War Machine. Don't get me wrong, I like War Machine. War Machine, Rhodey's my boy. But if he could have thought of that, Doctor Strange would have thought of that, because Doctor Strange actually saw each and every last one of those battles take place. So yes, he had to say certain things to Tony. He didn't need to say, "Tony, trust me." You know why he didn't need to say, "Tony, trust me"? Because he already, okay, check this out. He didn't need to ask him that, because he gave the time gem up to Thanos. Okay? He gave it to Thanos. He didn't have to consult that with Tony, did he? No, because Tony didn't see what he has seen in those realities. So in that reality, he basically, my understanding that he flowed the way he was in that reality in order for them to win the battle against Thanos. Yes, he saw that, but the person coming up with that theory, the person didn't say anything about Captain Marvel. He didn't say anything about any of the Avengers, did he? No, because it wasn't all about Thor at that time. It about the whole entire cosmos of the people. Yes, he had to actually put that in motion for people to be saved. Because if he wouldn't put that in motion, therefore nobody in Endgame would have never came back. Why? Because they would have never ever win the battle. That's why it was only one battle for them to fight, and he had to give up that time stone. That explains why. Okay, the Ancient One, like you mentioned, the Ancient One. That's the reason why the Ancient One. What up, bro? How's it going, Jimmy? That's the reason why Ancient One gave the stone to Professor Hulk when she realized that, when he told her that Doctor Strange gave up the time gem. So she already knew that if he gave up the time gem, it was for a legitimate reason. See, all that went down in Infinity Endgame, all of that was meant to happen in that vision. Because you got to think about it. Why would Doctor Strange let himself to be killed? Why? Okay, when Doctor Strange was first told Tony that he would let Tony and Peter die because he cannot give up the stone, right? That was before he saw all those visions. All those different realities of fighting Thanos. See, he didn't know about that at that time. So yes, he was hard up. He wouldn't have gave it up, and of course, Doctor Strange wouldn't have gave up that gem because they need that gem to actually fight and keep away like people like Nightmare, Dormammu, and other beings out there. So with that not there, they won't be able to do what they need to do to actually keep the Earth defended from all these villains. So that said, he needed to go strictly by that timeline. Okay, he already knew that Thanos on come back, the past Thanos on come and actually try to take over, and he already knew that at that time everybody will be coming back out, that they're gonna bring everybody back to life and everything. He knew all of that. I don't know why a lot of people trying to show shade on Doctor Strange. I know a lot of people saying that it's Doctor Strange's fault when he gave up the time gem. He gave up the time gem to save everyone. Yes, it had a lot of people had to die, but a lot of people that died was brought back. That was died in the snap. He had to do that. And like I said before, what kind of person would actually sacrifice themselves and they know the future like that? No one. Except a hero, which is Doctor Strange. You know, Doctor Strange did that to actually save people. And I don't know the theory that you're coming up with saying that Doctor Strange did this and did that. He was wrong for giving up the time gem, and the evidence that they put in there was suck. I mean, it was nothing. It was no basis, no good foundation of that theory. That theory was actually ridiculous. You know, and it's just really ridiculous, and you're confusing people. Let me tell you something, people. Doctor Strange did what he needed to do in order to save people. Because think about it. If it wasn't for Doctor Strange, it would never be Affinity. It would never like this. If it wasn't for Doctor Strange giving up the time gem, looking at all those different realities to find a winning battle, it wouldn't have been no Tony Stark saying I'm Iron Man, because they would never got to that point, because Iron Man would have been dead. Peter Parker would have been dead. Everybody, half of the universe would have been dead. So therefore, Thor would have never got the Stormbreaker. They would never build the Iron Man gauntlet to able to actually defeat Thanos. They would, you know what I'm saying? If Thanos had been pretty much got his full gauntlet, got his full gems, and he'd have been walking around, kill half of the people in the universe, and been scot-free if Doctor Strange would have did what he needed to do to order to save people. People, yeah, I don't know why people are trying to throw shade on Doctor Strange. I mean, if you want to think about it, reason why he even got to that point, because of Star-Lord, Quill. He's the one screwed up big time. He screwed up big time because they had Thanos like mobilized. He couldn't do anything. Peter and Tony trying to grab the gauntlet almost had it off. What did Quill did? He got mad because he killed Gamora. Yes, that's understandable. I would be mad if you killed my girl too. But you got to think of the bigger picture here. What's going to be more deadly here if you let this being that trying to kill half of the people in the universe go scot-free with the gauntlet and gems? You see what happened, right? He wiped out half of the people. For 5 years, half of the people in the universe, I'm talking about the bugs. I'm talking about the animals. I'm talking about the human beings. I'm talking about everything was half because of that being what Star-Lord did. So by Star-Lord doing that, therefore, Doctor Strange had to take another step in order to actually be able to defeat Thanos, in order for them to actually be able to actually bring everyone back to life And you, if you want to think about it, it's Star-Lord's fault that Black Widow even had to die, because of Star-Lord. If Star-Lord, whatever, Quill, whatever, if he wouldn't have did what he did, Black Widow wouldn't have had to sacrifice to get the soul gem. Because why? Because they were already had it when they was on Titan. You get what I'm saying? They would have already had it. You get me? They would have already had it. They would have already had it if it went on Titan, if it weren't for Star-Lord. But yeah, people, and everybody know I'm a huge fan of Doctor Strange. So when people say dumb crap stuff like that about Doctor Strange and it don't make sense, I'm gonna hit you with it. I'm gonna just hit you with it. Okay? So that is a stupid theory. The one person you should be blaming is Quill. But nobody don't want to blame Quill. Nobody don't want to blame Star-Lord, do they? No, they want to blame Doctor Strange. Like it's Doctor Strange's fault all this happened because he gave up the time gem. Now, I guarantee you, if you was in the MCU, and Doctor Strange gave up that time gem, and then it's like you or someone you love got snapped, and then it was bringing back because of what Doctor Strange did, you'd have been loving Doctor Strange. And you would be pissed off at Quill, because if it weren't for Quill, none of this would have ever happened. Because they didn't got it off. Now what Tony Stark should have did, now this was a mistake on Tony Stark too, because Tony Stark had his armor that he can make a blade, right? Why he didn't make that blade and chop off his arm? Hey, let's get real here. He could have chopped off his arm right then. And what then? Grab the gauntlet then. But he didn't. He's too busy trying to pull it off. It's like y'all see the different characters that made big mistakes, but you want to put it all on Doctor Strange, like it's his fault because he gave up the time gem and all that crap. Come on, people, let's be real here. Let's be real here. It's crazy. It's stupid. Ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to rant a little bit about that. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all, when people act ridiculous toward Doctor Strange, you know, I got to step up. You know what I'm saying? I got to say, yo, this is not. It's just stupid. It's just ridiculous why people think it's Doctor Strange's fault that Endgame even happened. Now, I don't specifically say it on this theory I just read, but I have read other theory, and I have read other people's comments saying that dumbness. And is while we on this subject, I'm gonna go ahead and say this too. Black Panther people, T'Challa. I'm talking about the Civil War movie, Avengers Civil War. Black Panther was not a part of Iron Man team. It said clearly in the movie. He is not a part of Captain America team, and he's not a part of Iron Man team. I mean, if that were the case, when General Ross was up there trying to actually give them that booklet and tell them that they need to be signing this paper before they can be run up under the government, where was T'Challa then? Where was T'Challa? Look like T'Challa would have been there signing that paper, right? He didn't sign no paper. He wasn't even there. Only reason why he was there because what Zemo did. And at that time, they thought Zemo was Bucky because what Zemo did. He disguised himself to make it look like Bucky. So he was literally after Bucky. He didn't care what they was going through, because you got to think about it. This is Wakanda. Wakanda's about themselves at that time until the movie came out. And then now they spread it out and try to help people else around the world. But there wasn't about that world. There wasn't about all of that. There was about keeping themselves secret. That's what Wakanda was about. So Black Panther was not a part of Iron Man team in Civil War. It made it look like that, but it clearly stated and said in there what T'Challa's agenda was: to go after Bucky. Why? Because he believed at that time that Bucky killed his father. Okay? That is the reason why he was going after Bucky. And at that time, Captain America team was actually protecting Bucky from the government, from all that. They was actually protecting Bucky, so He was after Bucky. He wasn't even with Iron Man and them. He was straight after with Bucky. Now think about this. If that's the case, if he was with Iron Man team when Iron Man was fighting Captain America and Bucky, it looked like Black Panther would have helped Iron Man defeat Bucky and Captain America, correct? But he didn't. So therefore, there's also another evidence right there to let you know that he wasn't a part of that scrimmage, part of that group going back and forth. He wasn't part of Captain America. He wasn't part of Iron Man. He was about one mission only, to get Bucky, because at that time he believed Bucky killed his dad. Now, and another thing, if he was part of Iron Man, if he was part of Iron Man group, right? Why no one knew that he was following them this whole time? Why did Tony Stark did not know that T'Challa was even there? No one knew T'Challa was even there except the audience did. And then what happened? He went straight for Zemo. Okay? He didn't go try to fight Captain America or Bucky. He went straight for Zemo. And then when he saw Zemo, he said he's not going to let the vengeance, he's not going to let the darkness consume him. And he didn't kill Zemo. He just knocked Zemo out. You didn't see Black Panther after that. You didn't see T'Challa after that. And it looked like he'd have been after that since he was part of Iron Man team on Civil War. I don't understand why people would think that Black Panther. I mean, because somebody said that, and I wrote saying no. I said no. T'Challa was not a part of Iron Man's team. And somebody put laugh out loud. I'm asking the dude why he's laughing, because there's no need to be laughing, because it is true. People, go back and watch the movie Civil War, and you would clearly see that Black Panther was not a part of Iron Man team. I mean, I know how they put it in the lineup, but you got to understand the lineup. Captain America team is protecting Bucky. Iron Man team is not protecting Bucky. But Iron Man team is actually going after Captain America team. So T'Challa going to use that to get at Bucky, because he know that Captain America know where Bucky is located. But then it actually wasn't Bucky when he found out it was Zemo. Come on, people. Understand these things. I know I can. I don't know why you cannot. I know you can too, because we love these movies. So understand it. And I heard about Batwoman. Yeah, Ruby Rose. She is not going to be in the second season. They don't know why she left. They don't know why she left the first season. It's still unclear. But she did hurt herself in the first season. She hurt her back. But if you see her now, she's a beast. Not like a beast, like a bad way, a beast in a good way. She's done got built and everything. So, when she hurt herself, because I remember seeing her in the Orange and the New Black, okay? And, John Wick. But in Orange and the New Black, you see her body, she's not that built. She's kind of skinny, okay? But I guess when she hurt herself in the first season, she said, you know what? I got to build this muscle up. And she built a muscle up, and she came out looking like the beast, a good-looking beast. You get what I'm saying? But she left the show. Now they're going to do recasting. They're going to do recasting for the second season. I'm sad to see her go, because I actually enjoyed watching her as Batwoman. I thought she was playing a good role. But a lot of people were saying that she wasn't playing a good role. But I'm like, why? Why? I mean, and then they were saying like the storyline wasn't good. So I'm looking at the storyline, I'm watching her act. I'm like, this girl, she's great. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we'll see. We'll see if we can, who they're going to replace her, and then can that person be able to be a true black Batwoman like Ruby Rose was. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but it's a lot of theories going around, because some of the theories while I was just reading, some of the people was like, dude, like, wait a second. It said, when you can see the future, there is no such thing as a long short. It happened, or it doesn't. He know it does. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. These theories that people come up with, and they don't make any sense. You know. Oh, and there's another Easter egg people found that there's a possibility going around with Black Widow, like her sister, the blonde-haired one. I forgot. I think Yelena. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I might be pretty much wrong on how to pronounce her name, but they saying that she might actually be Solo. Hey Jimmy, I don't know what you mean by he's Solo. Who is Solo? Who is Solo? Who is Solo? But I do also remind me though, they was talking about is a character named Solo that probably be in Spider-Man, and that might be Nick Fury playing Solo. I'm not sure. I know it could be in many things. I was just watching. I watched a quick episode of Agent of Shield last night. Not the one just gonna be coming out on the 27th of this month, but we know the last season. I think it was the 6th season. Now May and Coulson was like on a place, like kind of like a hologram type room, and it looked like he was like they would look like they was actually in a beach with beach and like beach with the palm trees, the nice breeze and all that stuff like that, right when they spending time together. Now you remember at the end of Captain Marvel, Nick Fury was like, was that Captain Marvel? I don't think that was Captain Marvel. I'm sorry, that wasn't Captain Marvel. That was actually Spider-Man Far From Home. At the end of that, you remember Nick Fury, he was actually on vacation. He had that exact same scene. So I'm wondering that actually that sword will actually be appearing in the next season, because that might be some kind of connection there, because they already had connection, because that sword Agent of Shield have connection to the MCU, because they mentioned Thanos, they have Creed, they have squirrels in there. There's a lot of Easter eggs in there that is a possibility that, because I think this last season will be off the chain, because at this time I think Kevin Feige took over, and I don't think they was even finished shooting the 7th season, the final season. And as far as my understanding, Kevin Feige took it over. And if I remember correctly, Kevin Feige said that they're going to be bringing that Agent of Shield into the MCU. Shields in the MCU, so it's going to have some kind of connection with that. So I'm thinking, watch that show when it come out, because what's going to happen, right? They're going to have Easter egg throughout that whole entire season, and I guarantee they're going to lead up the sword. I'm guarantee you that the new Agent of Shield going to lead up to Agent of Sword. Okay, just in case y'all don't know, Agent of Sword is another division like Shield. It's like the universe, like the cosmic type Shield that they deal with, like cosmic beings. So and they already bringing it into the WandaVision, the sword, and look like Monica Rambeau. She gonna be some kind of like detective in Sword. Now Sword is pretty good, and I also believe that in what Shang-Chi, also thinking they're going to be an agency brought up there too, because we already know that AIM most likely going to be coming out in Black Widow, because there's already Easter eggs saying AIM is already involved, which they already show AIM in Civil War. They already show AIM in Civil War, and Black Widow is after Civil War. So AIM going to be in there. So they're bringing out these different agencies. They already bring out Hammer, and so I hope they bring out, since they're bringing out WandaVision, I hope they bring out Wand, like a magic wand. Is an agency called Wand, and they actually specialize in magic, like magic beings and stuff like that. So they bringing out these different agencies that is pretty dope, but they didn't get too much in some of them, like Hammer. They didn't get too much into that. They didn't get too much into AIM yet, but they're gonna get. I think there'll be a lot more dealing with AIM in the Black Widow. Okay, so I can't wait till Black Widow come out. I think it come out now. The date will push down to like November the 6th. I wish it came out this month, at least put it on video demand. But they ain't trying to do that. They're trying to get as much money they can get. So hey, I'm just happy to see that we're gonna be able to see Black Widow November the 6th. I'm gonna be there with my Black Widow hat. If I get one by that time, most likely I will if I can. But all I'm saying is, people, And I actually, do you see the footage of Shang-Chi, the leak one, when he coming out and he looked like he came out, so people walking up and they look up and he looked like he pressed something? Me personally, it's just my little theory of it. I'm thinking this probably was going to happen. I'm thinking that he actually blew something up upstairs, and that's the reason why people looked up to see what's going on. Because they haven't put all the special effects in there. So when I think he came out, I think he probably whooped somebody's butt, and he came down and he pressed the button, and boom. And another thing, I might be wrong, but this is my theory. Now the guy that plays Shang-Chi, he did he's in, we stuck in the house and stuff. He was being funny. Say he's gonna do a workout, and he like walk over there like he's gonna do a workout. Then he picked up the game controller, and he started playing his game controller. Right now, he have like 3 pillows there. He have the Marvel pillows. He have 2 Marvel pillows, and then he have a circular pillow. I know I'm not saying that right, but let's work with it. You have like a circular pillow here that you lay your head down on, and it got an A on it. So I'm guessing that they're gonna make Shang-Chi one of the new Avengers. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing that. I could be wrong, but that's my theory. I'm guessing that if he do become a new Avengers, you heard it first here on UnitedComicsUniverse from Fenrir Moon. So I'm just guessing that's what's going to happen. That they actually going to make him Avenger, and and so they supposed to be bringing in excuse me. So, and I can't wait for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, because I really believe that this is going to be off the chain. My theory, I think they're actually going to bring in Dr. Voodoo from the Easter egg from the beginning of the movie. But actually, that Dr. Voodoo, I think if Jeff Loeb wouldn't have been canned, and Kevin Feige stepped up, I'm actually thinking because the Cloak and Dagger TV show was also leaving up to Dr. Voodoo. So I was guessing they was going to bring Dr. Voodoo and have Cloak and Dagger connected to the MCU, and Cloak and Dagger would show up in the MCU some type of way. Because the Easter egg in Doctor Strange 1, Daniel Drum. That is, everybody know by now, that is Dr. Voodoo brother. He can absorb his soul. His soul will be inside Dr. Voodoo, and Dr. Voodoo can use his soul, his brother's soul, to enhance his power or actually fight for him. Okay? Because if that's the case, it'd be nice, it'll be kind of cool if that I can't remember the bad guy name right now, but when he killed Daniel Drum, he might not even be dead right then. He could have actually been wounded right then. And then he was trying to, and his brother came and got him, and he could have actually died, and he could have got his soul that way, or he could have went to his brother to save his soul or something. You never know, because Dr. Voodoo is Dr. Voodoo. He's all about that Dr. Voodoo type thing, like necromancy and bringing back the dead and all. You know what Voodoo is about, And so we really truly didn't know what Daniel Drum actually could have done. Because most likely their whole family probably was part of the Voodoo. So he probably came to the Ancient One to learn more about his magic. Because the Ancient One, she's been around for years and years and years and like centuries. She was Celtic. She's Celtic, right? But so that could have been awesome either way, So basically what I'm saying, that I hope they bring in Shaman. That also was in Doctor Strange. I hope they bring in Shaman. I hope they bring in the Prince of Magic. Of course, Scarlet Witch, she's going to be there. You know what I'm saying? And then that's speaking of Scarlet Witch, they also have like leak of the TV show. Now I heard the TV show from a guy named Everything Awesome, always awesome. Everything one of it's a great YouTube channel, but the storyline he read is different from the one, the leak I have, because the leak I have talk about Nightmare. You know what I'm saying? And talk about Nightmare. And for what everybody's speculating, everybody guessing, everybody's saying that Nightmare is actually going to be in the Doctor Strange 2. So I'm guessing that the ones I have probably most likely what is going to happen, because Nightmare is a beast, crazy evil villain. You know what I'm saying? And then they already had that Easter egg in there, so Easter egg in Doctor Strange 1. I done said that multiple times. You know, when he dealing like this, all the hands popping up. You know, that's his nightmare realm. That is the nightmare realm right there. Okay. So I would like to play Nightmare. I would like to be Matthew McConaughey, because I would think he would play a great Nightmare in Doctor Strange. You know. And I wonder if they actually going to bring this guy in called Silver Dagger. Silver Dagger is one of Doctor Strange's arch enemy. But I do think they probably actually going to bring in Doctor Strange too. Agamotto. I think they actually going to bring him in there because with the thing that Dr. Juan said in Doctor Strange 1, he was saying that he's the master. He the one actually created the medallion. The medallion. Give me 1 second. I'll show you what kind of medallion I'm talking about. Okay, I'm back. So he created this medallion here. Yeah, that's right? That's dope, right? Yeah, that's actually supposed to be a green time gem, but you know, it's a green screen, so we take out the green. But Agamotto, he created this body to put the time gem in. Okay, that's all it was for. And he created this, and this here was destroyed by Thanos. So most likely he's gonna possibly pop up and wonder why his item was destroyed. Okay, because a lot of people thought that this right here is kind of like a conduit, you know how like Thor, you know how like Thor Mjolnir was. It wasn't like Thor that actually had the lightning power, not the Mjolnir, but it was kind of like a conduit that actually be able before he can actually summon the lightning. This is what this medallion was. It was like a conduit for the time gem. Okay, for them to be able to actually control the time gem and everything. That's what this was for. Okay, now the time gem is gone. Was speculated supposed to be gone. I know I just didn't say that right, but you know, it's supposedly be gone. All the gems supposed to be gone, but then I heard that they said that the gems is not gone. It's actually reduced down to items. Oh, Black Panther. Yeah, he's solo gem. I got you. It's like. Excuse me, talking too much. But he's like, yeah, Black Panther is a solo guy, you know what I'm saying? But he do have help from his Imperial Guard, like Okoye and stuff like that. She's supposed to be his right hand general. They're actually supposed to protect Black Panther and whatnot. But I actually think that, you know, that when this Agamotto going to be coming in Doctor Strange 2, and we got Sam Raimi directing Doctor Strange 2. So I don't know if they, because Agamotto, he's actually is, if I'm saying his name right correctly, he actually is a big, huge caterpillar. Okay, in the comics, he's a big, huge caterpillar. So I don't know if Kevin Feige gonna make him as a caterpillar in the MCU, or he gonna actually have him as some kind of humanoid looking form, you know. And we know you got Sam Raimi. He's directing the movie, so Sam Raimi, he's great with those type of things. So he might actually bring in a caterpillar. They're actually caterpillar Agamotto, how he actually looking there, because he's in some kind of different realm, like Silver Dagger. Okay, because in the comic book, Silver Dagger stabbed Doctor Strange in the back. He mortally wounded him. Okay, and so Juan came and tried to help Doctor Strange out. And Doctor Strange told him to get the medallion, which the medallion does not have the time gem in the comic book. Okay, it doesn't have that in there. He has to get the medallion, and he has to get the cloak of levitation, and he has to get this crystal ball. Okay, and then Doctor Strange actually try to it's the 1968 comic. He actually tried to because Silver Dagger actually took Claire from him. I think that's Claire from him. Like, you know, his girlfriend in the first movie, where she's in the comic book and she have powers, she have magic and everything, not like in the MCU. And Silver Dagger took her away from Doctor Strange after he stabbed Doctor Strange in the back, okay, with that knife, and Doctor Strange is bleeding out, actually dying. But he learned, he tried to actually find out where Silver Dagger took her to save her life. And then at that moment, while he's in the moment of doing that, Silver Dagger noticed Doctor Strange doing that, and next thing you know, it was a skull appeared in the crystal ball, and it brought and it snatched Doctor Strange in the crystal ball, and Doctor Strange falling in like these different realms, these different levels in the crystal ball, and that's when he came to see the great caterpillar Agamotto. Okay, and he's like pretty much he's smoking like a hookah, and he's on a and he's on like a big mushroom. Okay, but don't get that look because he's a big caterpillar. He is very powerful. Okay, he's very powerful, and I hope they actually bring for Doctor Strange have to actually get the Book of Ashanti. Okay, because that'll be good dope because that's how he become the Sorcerer Supreme. That is one of the main things. These are the main things that make you the Sorcerer Supreme. This here, the Cloak of Levitation, all right, the Book of Ashanti, and many other relics I'll let you know at a later time. But when all the way he be able to become the Sorcerer Supreme, all those got to be passed to him by the Sorcerer Supreme. And the Ancient One was never able, at least in the MCU, was able to actually pass it down to him. But she did said actually in Endgame that Doctor Strange is the most powerful of them all. So Doctor Strange reached level that any of the Ancient Ones before him never reached. Okay? And also Dr. Voodoo actually became the Sorcerer Supreme at one point in time when Doctor Strange could not be the Sorcerer Supreme at that time because he had to go take care of other business. But they need a Sorcerer Supreme to maintain Earth, to defend Earth, because if not, everybody in the cosmos that is evil, that want to take over Earth, force like the supernatural side will actually come. That's why Dormammu came, because in Doctor Strange movie 1, all those different sanctums, they was created by Agamotto. Okay, they was created by him to actually help them defend the world from Dormammu, Nightmare, and many other beings that want to take over. Okay, so in order for him, that's why he passed the levitation cloak and all the Sorcerer Supreme stuff down to Dr. Voodoo because he had to go take care of something else, and they need a Sorcerer Supreme here to actually defend the Earth. Now, Doctor Strange is pretty much one of the most powerful beings in the MCU. I'm not in the MCU because they kind of water him down a lot. I mean, because if they actually brought the Doctor Strange from the comics actually into this MCU, Thanos and none of them would never had a chance, because if you read that comic book, Infinity War, right, the original copy, you would notice and you would see that Doctor Strange himself was able to defeat Thanos. I ain't talking about the weak Thanos in MCU, because that is a weak Thanos. I'm not talking about that Thanos. I'm talking about the actually real Thanos in the comic, because everybody knows the real Thanos in the comic is a straight Mad Titan. He really truly lived up to the name as the Mad Titan. Okay, so even with that, his ability with Thanos' natural abilities and all that power blessings he can do, and then he got the Infinity Gauntlet with all the gems. Doctor Strange single-handedly was able to defeat Thanos. Give me a second. Let me grab that book. I see I can flip through and show y'all the picture of what I'm talking about. So don't go nowhere. I'll be right here. Okay. So wait. Boom. Okay. So I know y'all still hear me. So I got the book here. All right. I got the book here. This is right here. Infinity War. Okay. I know it because it's the green screen. That's why I look like this. But this is the Infinity War. Okay. That right there. If of course y'all don't know who that is, that right there is Magna. That is the evil version of Adam Warlock. That's the evil version of Adam Warlock right here. So yeah, he single-handedly defeated Thanos with the relics of a Sorcerer Supreme. And right now that Doctor Strange is not the Sorcerer Supreme. And that's one thing I'm going to still look through this, but that's one thing I want to tell you, because I hope they show this in the movie, because in order for Doctor Strange to get the book of Vajanti, the book of Vajanti, I'm talking too fast, you know, because I'm so excited. I love talking about comics. I do. That's why I call it the Comic Talk, because I love talking about comics. But in the book of Vajanti, it's like it's guarded by a magical griffin, a big, powerful magical griffin. Okay, because if the Sorcerer Supreme don't pass that down, and the Sorcerer Supreme pass away, like the Ancient One in Doctor Strange, that book will go back to that reality. So that dimension. So Doctor Strange got to go to that dimension, and he actually got to fight that griffin in order to get the book. That is dope, right? So I wish they would have did this. I'm just gonna show y'all this. I know I'm sorry about the green screen, but this got a lot of the X-Men characters and everything. This is such a great read. It got Beast in there. It have Wolverine in there. It had the Fantastic Four in there. I guess they couldn't really. They even have Black Knight from, you know, like the Eternal. Black Knight gonna be in Eternal. They even have him in there. They even have the old Thor in there. They have Adam Warlock. They have Storm. They have Hercules up in here. I mean, there's a huge battle going on. They have Colossus. They even team up with Kane the Conqueror. They even team up with Galactus to try to take out Daredevil's in there. Of course, Thanos in there. If I can find it for you guys, I don't want to keep looking through this and hold y'all guys up. But one thing I wanted to say, that I actually think that Pip is a troll that's dealing with the Guardians of the Galaxies. Okay, he deal with Thanos, and I hope he show up. He got like an ability called teleportation. I hope he show up to actually help out the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I don't know who's going. Okay, the big bad villain. Of course, we gotta know who the big bad villain is. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to find this fight for y'all with Doctor Strange, but I probably have to read and get to the point. And I don't want to like hold up the thing too much. But go check out the Infinity War. Okay, check out the Infinity War, and you will see. If not Infinity War, it would probably be Infinity War Aftermath. But I think it was actually Infinity War. So that is a great read. I most likely gonna read that again. But understand this, guys. Understand this. Understand this. Understand this. It's also have She-Hulk in there too. Okay, you have She-Hulk in there. Wonder Man. And what Wonder Man actually bring me to thinking about the WandaVision TV show. Okay, now it's a comic book series that WandaVision is actually based off on. I know I said this before, I'm gonna say it again just in case you know everything's still in the mix. I know they supposed to, before I get to that, I know they're supposed to be doing some kind of like DC cut, like Zack something cut. I'm not really into that right now, so I'm really not into a lot of his cut stuff. But check this out. I hope they bring Moon Knight. That's Moon Knight. I hope they bring Moon Knight into it. Now, that's a girl was on The Voice. I actually posted a picture up on my Facebook about this girl. She's a singer. I forgot her name, but she's a singer, and she's look exactly like Moon Dragon. Really great. She's beautiful too. Really beautiful. And you got Spider-Man. Of course, Spider-Man was in there. Then you got like the Fantastic Four. You know, Daredevil's in there. You got like Rogue. She's in there. You even have Nova. Nova's in there. Of course, you have Captain America. Let me get back to that WandaVision. So basically, the WandaVision TV show, right? It says kind of like based off this the comic book series, The Vision. Okay, that's what the guy that created. I think his name was Tim King. Tim King. He created a comic book series called The Vision. It's like 13 comic books of in the series. And it's actually a pretty good series. It basically show you the side, you know how like Wanda, you know how Wanda is now. She created her own reality, and she got Vision back. Got Vision back in the kids and everything. It basically is the exact same concept, but it's basically Vision. And his wife looked like Vision. but a female vision. Then he got a daughter, and then he got a son. Now, what brought me up back to that, because Wonder Man actually supposed to have been fighting in the original in the Infinity War. Now, the Wonder Man, they said he have a brother named Grand Reaper, and Grand Reaper come in and try to kill the Visions, okay? Because he was saying they're imposters because they took their brother DNA and made Vision like lookalikes and stuff like that. And it's really good. It's really good. I don't know if they actually, because the concept, I read them leaks, and the leaks that they read, that I listened to on his YouTube channel. He was saying, I didn't see any of that. I didn't see anything would relate to the comic book. So I don't know if that was actually propaganda, or they just don't have some similarity of it, or it was just a basic concept, and that's the reason why they go at it. You know, I'm not really sure. But you heard about possibly Lady Death was actually in the Infinity War, right? I mean, in Infinity Saga. Because the Easter egg came out saying that it was Lady Death in Guardians of the Galaxy. It was like she was actually carved into the building. Like remember when Peter was walking to get the power gem, and you saw those different carvings, like them carvings on the wall. Well, that supposed to have been like one of them supposed to have been Lady Death, and one of them supposed to have been eternity, and infinity. Okay, now I already called that many years ago that they should have had Lady Death in there, which I believe that's the angle they was going to go with, because if you actually look at when Thanos first appears in the MCU, when he first appears in Guardians of the Galaxy, he had that Thanos voice. I mean, he had that Thanos look. He had that sinister look. It was Thanos. He even riding on his throne, like in the comic books, you know. So to me, I think they were actually literally going with Lady Death, but until he got canned, so they got rid of him. So when they got rid of him, I guess they decided to go I guess they decided a different way to take Thanos. I mean, because if you actually look at Thanos from there, how he was in, if you look at Thanos how he was in Guardians of the Galaxy, in the Age of Ultron, and look at the Thanos they was in Infinity War and also in Endgame, they look like two totally different Thanoses, right? I'm doing a video on that, so y'all stay tuned to that. I guess y'all like that video. They look like two different Thanos. They didn't even look like the same Thanos. They didn't even have the same sinister like Thanos have in each comic book. Now, the ones that was in Guardians of the Galaxy, that Thanos, it was actually really, I mean, think about it. He was saying, his little minion said, in order to actually go and try to take over Earth, that means that you have to court death. Okay? Court death. All right, now that right there let you know, indicated that Lady Death supposedly been in Infinity Saga. And then now they trying to say they came up with the Easter egg that they had the carving of Lady Death. So I'm like, what is going on? I think they screwed. I think, me personally, I love this series. I love the Infinity Saga. I think they did a great job, but it's so many things that they screwed up. I think when Jeff Whedon left, I think they screwed up. But Jeff Whedon is coming back. Josh, I don't know why I said Jeff, but Josh is back. And they say he's supposed to be directing 3 more films. So him back. So I'm guessing that he know what he's doing. Okay. Him and Kevin Feige is really good friends. Okay. And I think the only reason why Josh probably left, probably had to do something with Jeff Loeb. Okay. Now I do know that they said that Fantastic Four and X-Men will be dealing with the Ultimate Verse. Okay, I was reading some of the comic book. It looked really interesting. I didn't read that much of it. I'm gonna get more into it, you know. But it don't make no sense to me why Kevin Feige will go that angle, because him and Jeff Loeb don't even get along. So why would he? Because Jeff Loeb literally wrote them comic books. He wrote that series. So why would Kevin Feige go with the Ultimates? Ultimatum or Ultimate? I think one of those. But why would he actually go with that? Unless he's trying to tell Jeff Lowe he can do it better, and that's the reason why he's going to bring it in the MCU, because Jeff Lowe really don't have rights to that because it belongs to Marvel Studios. I don't know, but I don't see why he would do that. I think that'd be like a slap in the face, but I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But I do think that and they say Dr. Doom won't be showing up, which I already think they already had Dr. Doom's in the plan. Reason why I say that, because I said this before. I don't know if a lot of people remember, but when Endgame was first coming out, they actually had set photos of Dr. Doom on the set of Endgame. That's why a lot of hype was going around, thought that Dr. Doom was actually going to be in Endgame, in Infinity War, in Endgame. But come to find out that he's not going to even, he wasn't in either now one of them. And I hope they actually do bring Galactus, not like the Tim Story movie of Fantastic Four. I hope they actually bring a true-looking Galactus like they did Thanos, like a true-looking Thanos. Because that Galactus don't get me wrong, I liked it in the movie. You know, I liked it in the movie what Tim Story did. I liked it in the movie, but what was very disappointing when I saw Galactus. Galactus was really terrible. You know? So, so I liked it. I kind of like the latest Fantastic Four movie, but the director said the reason why that was screwed up is simply because. Hold on 1 second. All right, bro. I see you, man. I feel you. I understand what you're saying, man. Thanks, man. Thanks for even showing up. So, but basically what I'm saying is, like, I liked that movie. I even liked the last one with Michael B. Jordan. I even liked that. That was actually a pretty good movie. But the reason why that was screwed up so bad is simply because, I mean, if you look at the movie, it was a lot of potential in that movie that could have been actually great in that movie, you know? But the director said the reason why it didn't come out like he wanted it because a lot of the producers wanted their hand in it. You know, I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. I know the producers, that's their money. They put their money into it, but you hire a director, you hire a team to make the movie happen. Why'd you put so much input in there to destroy the movie? I don't know why you would do such a thing. Because, I mean, like the Tim Story thing, the thing in Tim Story was pretty cool. I liked the way it looked, but I actually liked it. The story, the last Fantastic Four, Michael B. Jordan. I actually kind of like that thing look. I like how that thing looked more than the actual one in Tim's Story. But one thing I didn't know and don't disagree, because I don't believe that actually happened, because that thing in that last Fantastic Four, the very last one with Michael B. Jordan, he said that he's always in pain, like he's always hurting because everything inside of him is solid rock. So he's always hurting. That don't make no sense to me. I mean, this is transformation. You know, I never read that in the comics. I never seen that in any of the Fantastic Four movies. So why would that be something now? You know, that didn't make no sense. And I definitely didn't like the way Dr. Doom looked, you know, but it was cool though. It was cool. I mean, I liked how they did the diversity, you know. Johnny Storm was African, like Black American, and all that stuff like that, you know. So I actually thought that was actually pretty cool, you know. But you know, certain things happen that shouldn't happen. But so we might be getting Infinity and Eternity, possibly in the next Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, last thing I found out about was that James Gunn supposed to be writing a 3-part script to that. Now, before when James Gunn was actually canned, because we all know why he was canned. I don't know why he was, but you know he was canned. They actually said the script was done, and it was actually passing around, and it was really wonderful. People was crying when they read the script and all that stuff like that. So it's going to be some sadness in there, which I actually believe that the Nebula. Now think this is a theory. Remember, you heard it here. If it come true, you heard it from UnitedComicsUniverse, heard from Fenrir Moon, okay? Now, Nebula and Endgame. You remember it's two nebulas, the past nebula and the future nebula. And you have Gamora, okay? Now, she's also the past Gamora. And you could actually tell, even they kind of wanted to be like, she kind of wanted to be sister with her. She always showed some simple, like, sister love towards her, you know, because even in the past, she actually saved Nebula's life. You know, she didn't have to do that if she really hated Nebula. She could have let her die because think about it. Thanos loved it. Gamora. He didn't really love Nebula. And he remember when he told Ronan in Guardians of the Galaxy, you corrupted my favorite daughter. So Gamora had everything, you know. All she had to do when Nebula about to get in Endgame, she could have let him did it. She could let that creature kill Nebula, but she didn't. She stopped him, right? Why? Because she has some kind of love for Nebula. Okay. And then when the future Nebula told the past Gamora that they was actually became sister, they actually became like good friends and got good sister and love each other. You saw the look on Gamora's face. It's like it changed her whole attitude, right? So therefore, she wanted to have this sister bonding relationship with her sister, right? And now we know, like probably over 90% of Nebula's body is mechanic. Even this side part of her body is pretty much mechanic, right? And you remember that Nebula was about to shoot the other Nebula, but Gamora shot Nebula in the heart. Now, me personally, I don't think that Nebula is actually passed away. I think she just shot her dead, and her system just crashed. She's pretty much just shut down because like almost like 90% of her body is not whatever species is not that anymore. It's actually more mechanic than anything. So I'm guessing what happened. And you remember at the end of the movie that Star-Lord was actually looking for her. So I'm guessing what happened, the reason why she didn't stay there, I'm guessing she went because they can't go back. So they actually stuck in the future, which reminds me that is a totally different timeline now. But so they actually stuck in the future. So I'm guessing what she did, she went and got her sister, and she actually left, and they actually somewhere else. And I'm guessing in Guardians of the Galaxy, those two pop back up. Okay? Because I'm thinking that Star-Lord, most likely he's gonna make some kind of special trip and try to go find her because he still love her, even though she don't know who he is, why she would even fall in love with him, but he still had the love feeling for her. To him, that's still Gamora. To her, that's still another guy. She don't know who he is. But I'm guessing he gonna try to go find her, and then when he go find her, it's gonna be Nebula there, and she's gonna fix Nebula up, or be in the middle of trying to fix her up and save her or something. Because I don't think she passed away. I don't think she died from that gunshot. That's just my theory on it. Let me know what you guys think about that. Okay. All right. So that said, I'm about to get up out of here. And remember, I do live stream every Thursday at 7 p.m. And I drop videos in the meantime. You know, if I'm feeling, if my health not killing me, not keeping me down, I will actually, be putting up video. But I'll be doing a live stream every Thursday at 7. Okay? And please hit that subscribe, hit that like if you haven't. It's your first time here, welcome. Please join the fight to take down Hydra and hit that like up. Subscribe, share the video. Make sure you leave a comment. If you don't leave anything in the chat, make sure you leave a comment down below. And remember, please support me on Patreon. If you don't want to support me on Patreon, please drop us a little donation there on PayPal, because every donation helps. And let y'all guys know, every donation is going to be put right back into the channel if I can get better equipment and better streaming services for you guys, for y'all can enjoy the content even more. Okay, if anything that y'all want me to cover in my live streams, please leave it down in the comment or email me at fenrirmoon777@gmail.com. Email me. All right, let's do this. Okay, and also make sure that y'all is also protected from EMP attacks, because y'all, like I'm just saying, y'all know how the world is. The world is crazy right now. Anything can happen. Power outage. The links will all be down below. It basically is a device called EMP Shield that protect your home from EMP attacks, lightning strikes, and also power surges. And you also can put them in and also protect your vehicle, because most of the vehicles nowadays is pretty much run like computerized. So if something like that happens, you know, your car is fried. You can't go nowhere. But if you have that EMP shield, your car will be protected. Then you'll be able to actually, when everybody else is not driving, you will be driving. You know, you also can put it on your generator too, just in case, you know, because generators have wires too. So you want to put that in to protect your generator. Okay. So all links down below. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Please email me. Let me know what you guys think about the live stream and any other videos. Please subscribe. I subscribe back. You know, we all small channels got to help each other. This comic community is awesome. And I'll catch you guys next Thursday. But if I decide to do another live stream before then, I would definitely send a reminder to you guys. Love you guys always. And guess what? We are heroes for life. No villains here, right? No. None but heroes. Why? Because we are comics. Right. Comics. Let's say it again. Comics.